All right, next up, we're going to talk about exchange at the capillaries. So we're going to just help to try and flesh out what is actually going on at the capillary level. There are two forces that drive fluid in and out of the capillaries. Blood pressure drives fluid out of the capillaries, mainly at the arterial end of the capillary bed. So up here, when we're fresh out of our arterioles, we're going to see that the really high rate of, your heart rate and your blood pressure are going to be what's driving fluid out of those capillaries. The fluid is going to contain everything that blood contains except for the cells and the plasma proteins. Those are going to be too large to actually move out of those capillaries. Now, osmotic pressure is going to draw water into the capillary by osmosis, mostly down here at the venule end. So here we're going to see a lot of materials leaving, and over down here, closer towards the venule end, we're going to see the materials, the water, the wastes coming back into the bloodstream. There is going to be some tissue fluid that enters the lymphatic capillaries, and that will become lymph. Lymph is going to eventually be returned to the cardiovascular system. So here's just a diagram of that that's showing sort of the interactions between the capillary system and the lymphatic system. There are a couple of components to the lymphatic system. Lymph is the actual fluid. It's identical to the interstitial fluid. That's the fluid that leaks out of the blood vessels and it bathes the body cells. And then there are lymphatic vessels. That would be these structures here in white. These are the vessels through which the lymph flows. And they have one-way valves which help prevent backflow. And then there are going to also be lymphoid tissues and organs that play a very important part in the lymphatic system. So you should be able to explain what happens with the excess fluid created during the capillary exchange, describe the exchange of materials across the walls of the capillary, and summarize what occurs when the blood and osmotic pressures change at the venous end of the capillary.